Those are called back ochos because we make a figure 8 on the floor with our feet. And we call them back ochos because we start them with the follower stepping back.
And ocho is 8 in Spanish.
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling them wise things here.
You are, definitely.
They may not be fluent in Spanish like you.
The technique for back ocho is pretty much the same as the technique for front ocho. And the same thing can be said vice versa. So same thing, step solid over the ball of the foot, be on your axis before you pivot. With back ochos, you want to make sure as a follower that you pivot all the way so that you can step back quite close to the leader.
And let's show you that. And there's also a video called Pivot Intro or something like that. And all the videos about pivoting will help you here as well.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So it starts side, then the leader pivots, the follower helps augment that pivot so you get enough pivot, and then once it finishes, then you step.
And it's really quite a lot of pivot for the follower so that I can step close to the leader.
And so if we show you that at another angle, along this line, the risk, do wrong, is that it doesn't pivot enough, and then when she goes to step, it gets far away, and then one of us falls off balance.
And it's not going to be me.
Well, it's not going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you just get into a fight, which is also not a winning combination in tango. So there's plenty of pivot so that at the end, you end at the same distance you started at. Huge pivot, let the pivot finish, and then you go.
And the same thing is true for back ochos, front ocho. Ideally, we're moving together with our legs and our bodies.
And so if we show that, just breaking it into pieces, because I realized we're talking about all the technique and we haven't taught the step. So you'll learn it backwards. You'll learn how to do it perfectly, and then you'll learn how to do it.
The three pieces are very similar to the front ocho.
Side leader changes, and then we have pivot, step, pivot, step, pivot, step. So that's 2, and then the end is 3. So and leader changes weight again. So just showing those 3 pieces for the leaders you have side, change weight, pivoter. That's part 1. And then that was pivot and step, pivot and step. And what are your feet doing? They're stepping side to side. And at the end you face and leader changes weight. Showing the same thing again, but for the followers. Once again, same as front ochos, a side step and then you wait.
Big difference is that balance is more of an issue.
And once again, pivot, step, pivot, step, pivot, step. Don't run them together. Make sure that the steps finish before the pivots begin.